Today is Sunday, the second day of Ramadan, 1446 Hijriya, and also for 2nd March 2025 Miladiya. Welcome to the second episode of our Ramadan program, The Virtues of the Holy Qur'an, organized by Wasco TV3, courtesy of Sani Wire. Welcome to the second episode. In today's episode of the virtues of the Holy Quran, our discussion will go on reflection on the Quran and the importance of understanding the meanings of the Quran. So we are going to have a discussion on these two things. Reflection on the Quran. Reflection on the Quran is contemplating the Quran, pondering deeply upon the verses and the chapters of the Quran, pondering deeply on the meanings of the Quran in order to gain deep awareness on the principles of the Quran, lessons of the Quran, laws of the Quran, and practicing the teachings of the Quran in practical life and applying the teachings of the Quran in practical life. Allah has drawn our attention to the importance and the significance of contemplating upon the Quranic verses. He says in Surah Sad, كتاب أنزلناه إليك مبارك ليدبروا آياته وليتذكر أولو الألباب. كتاب أنزلناه إليك مبارك. A blessed book we have revealed to you. ليدبروا آياته, so that they should be reflecting upon its verses. وَلِيَتَذَكَّرُ أُولُو الْأَلْبَابِ, and those with understanding should take heed. Also Allah says in Surah An-Nisa, أَفَلَا يَتَدَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنِ, do they not ponder upon the verses of the Quran? وَلَوْ كَانَ مِنْ عِنْدِ غَيْرِ اللَّهِ, had it been the Quran is from someone other than Allah, لَوَجَدُوا فِيهِ اخْتِلَافًا كَثِيرًا, they would have found a great deal of discrepancy in it. Indeed, in this ayah, Allah has shown to us, has drawn our attention to the importance and significance of pondering, cogitating deeply upon the meanings of the Quran. Al-Imam al-Qurtubi says in his Kitab al-Tafsir, Al-Jami li Ahkam al-Quran, this verse contains a clear proof for the obligation of understanding the meanings of the Quran, and also proof for that reciting the Quran slowly is better than reciting the Quran fast, as tadabbur cannot be performed correctly with fast recitation. Al-Imam Sa'di also says in his tafsir of this ayah, Allah has commanded his servant to ponder, to reflect on his book, to ponder on its meanings, and also to ponder deeply on its principles, its laws, its lessons, and pursuing whatever necessary to attain, to achieve this noble aim. As contemplating in the meaning of the Quran is the key to all knowledge and fountain of all sciences. Understanding the meaning of the Quran is also affirming and strengthening the faith of a believer. So whenever a person is reading the Quran carefully with contemplation and reflection, he will be getting inspired with the Quran. He will be getting inspired by the verses and the message that Quran is extending to him while his recitation of the Quran is ongoing. Also reflecting on the Quran, also understanding the meaning of the Quran can be attained by contemplating the whole chapter, and also contemplating and pondering on the meanings, and also seeking the interpretation of the verses. Also in contemplating or reflecting on the Quran has so many benefits. It strengthens your faith, it draws you closer to Allah, It makes you inspired by the Quranic messages. And also, reflecting on the Quran has so many benefits, as also Al-Imam Ibn Al-Qayyim says, there is nothing, there is nothing more beneficial to the heart like reading the Quran with contemplation and reflection. There is nothing that is more beneficial to the heart like cogitating deeply on the meanings of the Quran. So, my dear brothers and sisters, we should taste ourselves. We should measure and weigh how inspired and inclined to the Quran we are. Reflect yourself, you and the Quran. How would you describe your relationship with the Quran? Do the Quranic meanings penetrate your heart? When you recite the Quran, does it word pierce your mind? Does the beauty of the Quran mesmerize you? And how and what did the Quran also mean to you? So each and every one of us should assess himself and throw this challenge and throw these questions to himself. So we have reached the time we are pausing the program here. May Allah grant us the intercession of the Quran and the intercession of fasting. May Allah make us among those that will be forgiven, those that will be granted Jannah in this holy and prestigious month of Ramadan. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.